It's called The View?
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I mean, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America.
But
there is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
That's correct.
Sunny Hostin just got tag-teamed on live TV, and it was anything but a friendly exchange. This was a full-blown verbal takedown, courtesy of Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly. The clash was so intense, it felt like the Geneva Convention might need a revision just to cover daytime television. One moment, Sunny was probably sipping her tea on The View, looking like she owned the stage, and the next, boom, she was buried in her cue cards as if someone had just served her a surprise eviction. Noted.
They're disgusting. She's Anna Navarro. In your wildest imagination, you could never solo host a show. You will only ever make it as part of an ensemble, and you could never hope to achieve the success that Tucker Carlson has. So you can sit in your little cheap seats all day long and enjoy your little negative henpecking, but your careers are going nowhere, and Tucker is about to dominate.
They were ruthless. Sunny, she's stiff and narrow in presence, more Anne than anchor. On her own, she couldn't host a solo show if her life depended on it. She's strictly ensemble material, and nowhere near the success of someone like Tucker Carlson. She can spend all day in the cheap seats, tossing out petty, negative jabs. But the truth is, her career isn't climbing anywhere, while Tucker is about to dominate the scene. So, what sparked all this? Picture a showdown so intense it made Bravo reality TV look like a church potluck. Bill Maher came in swinging with his signature dry, razor-sharp sarcasm. Megyn Kelly followed up with her icy precision takedowns. Together, they turned...
I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So she was, everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no fucking thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happened to coincide. But...
Let's talk about Sunny Hostin's favorite party trick, swinging that law degree around like it's a designer handbag, with a hidden blade. She treats her resume like a VIP pass that guarantees she wins every argument. At this point, former federal prosecutor might as well be stamped on her forehead in glitter gel. She's always quick to remind everyone she's a legal expert, but half the time when she starts a sentence with "as a lawyer," you already know what's coming. Something totally off base, painfully obvious, or so smug it makes your skin fall, and somehow she often manages to hit all three in a single breath. It's like watching a courtroom-themed TED Talk, minus the evidence, and plus a heavy dose of moral lecturing and attitude. No matter the topic, TikTok dances, memes, or even mayo in the fridge, Sunny will find a way to spin it into a monologue on systemic injustice. A cat video? Apparently colonialism. A cooking hack? Clearly coded oppression. She's basically the human version of outraged Twitter. Loud, overly dramatic, and always ready to misunderstand
that hot mess that they air in the mornings called The View had to issue not one, not two, not three, but 4 corrections, legal corrections, 4 legal notes. Not to mention what they did at that debate, where once again, they tried to fact check only one side. And then when their fact checks got fact checked, they cowered. They cowered in fear. I mean, this is a pattern with...
Sunny Hostin didn't just lose a debate. She got steamrolled, like roadkill in a philosophical hit and run. And the only thing she walked away with was that signature scowl that says, "I'm not mad, just deeply disappointed in everyone." Now, having strong opinions is one thing, but Sunny turns every segment into a one-woman stage production. Part courtroom monologue, part soapbox meltdown. She's not having a conversation. She's delivering sermons from Mount Condescension, like it's Sunday and we're all sinners who forgot to read the syllabus. But here's the twist. Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly don't play that game. They don't need dramatic pauses or applause. Breaks. They came armed with cold facts, sharp wit, and surgical logic. And just like that, Sunny's TED Talk swagger morphed into a cringy improv session. No punchline, no audience reaction, just dead air and secondhand embarrassment.
Any term you want.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't know, want to call it the super far left? But don't tell me the left
Maybe the super far right. Well, he's talking about the left. Well, then
okay, but we talked about that. I mean, I think we agree about the danger of the super far right, and I can't say it enough. I think they're the bigger threat. But don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of adjusting, Sunny doubled down, talking louder, gesturing more wildly, as if volume could compensate for a lack of substance. Meanwhile, Maher stayed cool as ice, sitting back like a professor grading an overconfident freshman's essay titled Why I'm Always Right. He didn't need to interrupt. Her argument collapsed on its own, folding like a cheap beach chair. With every buzzword she dropped, the hole only got deeper. This wasn't a debate anymore. It was a downward spiral, one dramatic gasp at a time. By the end, Sunny wasn't making a point. She was hosting a one-woman pity party, complete with self-righteous fireworks and an RSVP list of 0, when Maher and Kelly stepped in. Cool, composed, and sharper than a switchblade in a velvet case. No yelling, no theatrics, just surgical precision. She didn't clap back, she dissected. Quietly, methodically, without mercy. Layer by layer, she stripped away Sunny's performative, poised like peeling cheap laminate off a knockoff designer bag. And what was left? A hollow echo chamber, stuffed with secondhand outrage and repeated talking points. See? Sunny's entire brand is built on never being challenged. She doesn't debate. She monologues. Her formula,